Welcome to my next clip. This is Mrs Quin, or the virtual teaching assistant. I know Jessie and Caitlin already did this video for you this morning. I'm just going to see if I can match them. A very hard act to follow, but I'll have a go anyway. This is angles of shapes, so basic geometry really. Okay, so what are angles and are there different types? Yes, there are. And an angle is the space between two adjoining lines of a shape or an object. So it's basically the corners. Both the inside of the corner and the outside of the corner can be measured as angles. So this side and this side in here. Okay, I've marked a few of them here in red just to give you an example. All right, so up here we have 0 degrees. Now, angles are measured in degrees. I'm not talking temperature, I'm talking it's an angle measurement, okay? So it's a different degrees than what you're used to. Now the little symbol for that is just here. It's a little circle after the number, which you know is degrees, okay? Now, quarter of a turn is 90 degrees, okay? It's almost like a clock. I can see it's 90 because I'm following these numbers around the outside of my big protractor. All right, you can get protractors that are full ones like this, big circles, or you can get half protractors as well. All right, and you'll see both during this video. Half turn is 180 degrees, a 3/4 turn is 270 degrees, and a full turn all the way around in one big circle is 360 degrees. Now 360 degrees is the maximum angle you can get. Okay, so this is a 45-degree angle, yeah? Okay, now this is also known as an acute angle. So it's anything that goes up to a quarter turn, so between 0 and 90 is an acute angle, okay? Next, this is a 90-degree angle, so it's just a quarter turn, dead on the 90 degrees. This is a right angle, okay? They're quite distinctive, really. And that measures exactly 90 degrees. Next, there's a 130-degree angle. All right, so this is an obtuse angle. So anything in between a quarter turn here and a half turn here, all this in between area that I've shaded would be an obtuse angle. Okay, next, this is a 180-degree angle. It's probably the easiest name to remember. This is called a straight angle, which is a half turn. A straight angle measures exactly 180 degrees. Next is a 270-degree angle, which is a 3/4 turn. Now this is a reflex angle. A reflex angle is anywhere between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. Okay, now have a look at my square. I'm going to pop a protractor over the corner. This is the half protractor I was talking about. Okay, so we're going to measure the angle together. Now, you'll see there's a 0 here and an inside row of numbers, and then there's a 0 here and an outside row of numbers. So I'm going to go from this 0 here because this is the one that's on my shape. Okay, so I'm going to go from the 0 and measure up, and I can see that corner A is 90 degrees. Let's measure B. Again, 90 degrees. C, 90 degrees, and D, 90 degrees. Now, do you see what I said about the right angles being distinctive? Yeah, these are all right angles. This is what I mean. Okay, a four-sided shape with only right angles in it is known as a quadrilateral shape. All right, now have a look at my right angle triangle. Okay, it's called a right angle triangle because it's got a right angle in it. Okay, again, our first measurement, we know that's a right angle, so it's 90 degrees. What about corner B? So I'm going to go from 0 here to 40, in between 40 and 50, so that must be 45 degrees. Yeah, and then corner C, it's the inside 0 I'm looking at this time. There we go, 45 degrees again. So what types of angles does this shape have? Well, it's mixed. It's got one right angle and two acute angles. Now, have a look at my pentagon, which is below. Now, let's have a look. Corner A. This one, you can see I've gone from a 0. It isn't quite on 110. I'd say that's about 108 degrees. Okay, what about corner B? That's the same. Corner C. Oh, that one's the same as well. Corner D. Oh, there's a pattern here. That's 108 as well. And what about corner E? That's 108 too. So we know on the pentagon, all the angles of a pentagon are the same. But what angles are they? That's right, they're obtuse angles. Okay, now, can you guess the angle on my shape? I've only got the half protractor, which is going to be really, really hard to measure this big side over here. But I can measure this little side here. Now, I've purposely moved it off the big protractor just so we can try and use a different method of finding angles here. So I know that that is going to be there. So that's 130 degrees. Can you see? I'm measuring that opening there. That's 130 degrees. Okay, so I'll keep that there so I don't forget. But what's that bigger one? That's the one I want to know. Okay, so I know that a full circle, do you remember what I said? The maximum is when you go around in a full circle. That's right, it's 360 degrees. So if I were to take 360 degrees and take 130 degrees away from it, because that's the chunk that's missing, logically, what's left should be my answer. Let's have a go. 360, subtract 130. So 0 take 0, still 0. 6 take away 3 is 3, and 3 take away 1 is 2. 230 degrees. Okay, so that's a good way of finding angles because quite often when you move up through school as well, you will get missing angle shapes, and it'll give you part of the answer first and you need to find the rest. Okay, why don't you, if you have a protractor, go around your house and measure the angles of some things and try and get different angles. Try and get as many as you can and practice those different names: the obtuse, the reflex, the acute, straight line and the right angle. Now, if you don't have a protractor, why don't you go around your house and see how many right angles you can find? Because they're quite easy and you wouldn't need a protractor for that one. Okay, I'm guessing it's going to be quite a lot, to be honest. All right, I'm really, really hoping this has helped you. If you need any more information, please don't hesitate to message me. Any comments, good or bad, please do leave them for me. They're all very welcome and encouraged. And if this has helped you at all, please share the love and please share it with other people and get the name out there. The more people that I can help, the better it feels. Right, thank you very much. Take care. Bye.